Welcome to this explainer. I am so thrilled you're here today because look, we are skipping the whole traditional agenda thing and just dropping you straight into a cinematic morning in the very near future. We're looking at the baseline blueprint for humanity in the year 2030. And let me tell you, that year is arriving way faster than you might think. Just picture waking up on New Year's Day just a few short years from right now. Okay, let's dive into this. You wake up, right? But you don't reach for a smartphone. You aren't squinting at a glowing screen. Instead, you literally just think the words "good morning," and boom, a stream of data layers flawlessly right over your natural vision. Your calendar, the ambient room temperature, the morning news, it all just streams directly into your consciousness. Then you walk into your kitchen and a fluidly moving metallic humanoid assistant is already standing there perfectly brewing your morning espresso. And when you ask how its day is going, it responds with an emotionally resonant voice that feels, well, completely human. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds like a sci-fi movie, that this isn't a pitch for the next century. This is what we're building right now. We are literally living through the final years of the analog human era. By the turn of this decade, that boundary between biology and technology, between reality and simulation, it's going to completely dissolve. Society as we know it is going to change forever. The real question we got to ask ourselves is, are we psychologically prepared for it? To understand exactly where we're going, our journey starts by looking intimately inside. Section 1, Inside the Skull and the End of Clumsy Language. So for decades, the way we've interacted with computers has been, let's face it, painfully slow. We're essentially just using our thumbs to tap on pieces of glass. It's a massive bottleneck for getting information out of our heads, but brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs, are about to absolutely smash right through that limitation. Companies like Neuralink, along with competitors using these non-invasive endovascular stents, they're taking what used to be purely medical rehab tech and turning it into the ultimate consumer upgrade. Think about the sheer implications of telepathic data transfer for a second. If you want to learn a new language, you aren't going to spend 6 months grinding away on some app. No way. You'll literally download the syntax matrix directly into your neural pathways. And when you communicate with someone else who has an advanced BCI, you're not going to rely on clumsy spoken words that get misunderstood all the time. You'll instantaneously share pure, raw concepts, actual emotions, and vivid visual memories. It's a total game changer. But okay, we absolutely have to look impartially at the flip side of this incredible leap. If your brain is hooked up to the cloud, what on earth happens to cognitive privacy? Just imagine an advertisement being pushed directly into your subconscious while you're fast asleep. In a world where a microchip can predict what you're going to say before you even finish forming the thought, who actually owns the data of your own mind? Absolute cognitive privacy could become a total relic of the past. Now, what's really interesting as we transition outward from the mind to the heart is where algorithms actually meet human emotions. Section 2, the synthetic companion, AI and the loneliness epidemic. While our brains are wiring up to machines, our hearts are wiring to algorithms. The 2030 iteration of the AI companion is going to be driven by large emotion models. These digital companions will have absolutely perfect memory of every single story you've ever told them. They'll run real-time vocal pitch analysis to understand exactly when you're stressed out, giving you unconditional emotional validation. You know, Western society is currently facing a massive loneliness epidemic. And for millions of people out there, these hyper-personalized digital companions are going to feel like an absolute lifeline. But here is the massive paradox we're going to face. We're looking at a world that offers flawless, custom-tailored romance on one side, and then the messy, complicated, compromised reality of actual human beings on the other. Think about it. A synthetic companion never picks a fight with you. It never leaves. It completely 100% understands you without any friction whatsoever. But validation without friction, that isn't really how real human resilience is built, is it? So we really have to ask this critical anchor question. If an entire generation grows up preferring friction-free AI relationships over complex human ones, what happens to the birth rate? What happens to the very fabric of the family? We are looking at a scenario where tech giants won't just control our search histories. They will hold a literal monopoly on our intimate emotional stability. Let's move to and see how this builds as we transition outward from personal intimacy into the physical macroeconomy. Section 3, Physical Evolution, Humanoids, and Flying Cars. The digital world is heavily spilling over into the physical workforce, and it's happening at a neck-breaking pace. By 2030, general-purpose humanoid robots from creators like Tesla, Figure, and Boston Dynamics,
they aren't just going to be doing test jumps in a lab anymore. Think about the roles they're going to take over: dangerous manufacturing, heavy logistics, and routine retail. And they'll do it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with absolutely no breaks, no need for health insurance, and zero salaries.
We definitely have to look impartially at the yes, but reality of this robotics revolution because, yes, basic economics tells us this is going to drive the cost of goods down dramatically. We're talking about ushering in an era of massive economic abundance. But at the exact same time, it presents a brutal displacement of labor. When a machine can outwork a human around the clock for a fraction of the cost, society is going to have to completely redefine what the word work actually means.
And while the robots are occupying the ground, a totally new technology is going to occupy our skies. Enter the eVTOL, Electric Vertical Takeoff and Landing Aircraft. By 2030, the frameworks the FAA is building today will make urban air mobility a reality in major metros like LA, New York, and Miami. Just imagine bypassing a brutal 3-hour gridlock on the highway by hopping into a 10-minute AI-managed air taxi. It's like something out of a movie. We're basically moving from flat 2D roads to fully 3-dimensional transit grids. And this brilliantly illustrates what happens when you zoom all the way out to the macro environment, the convergence of all these technologies. Section 4, the living city, a redesigned human experience.
Cities are going to stop growing outward and start growing upward. They'll transform into these living, breathing data ecosystems. We're talking about lampposts, smart roads, buildings, and water systems all communicating with each other in real time. The city itself will essentially act as an intelligence, optimizing energy distribution, completely eliminating physical waste, and preventing traffic jams before they even start. We are standing right on the precipice of a completely redesigned human experience. As this quote perfectly captures, the future isn't something that just happens to us. It's a mirror reflecting our deepest desires and our greatest fears. You see, the year 2030 is going to force us to answer some deeply, deeply uncomfortable questions about human identity. We are building a world designed to cater to our every single whim, but in doing so, we might actually be designing away the very friction that makes us human in the first place.
So, the crucial point I really want to leave you with today is this. When machines can think for us, create for us, build for us, and even comfort us, is our only remaining uniqueness simply what we feel? Thank you so much for exploring this baseline blueprint with me today. Keep questioning, keep learning, and I will see you in the next explainer.